I'm going to use this for a minute. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm going to use this for a minute as a kind of bully pulpit to just say that as I was walking over here, I passed a television on which Alicia Keys was saying to 500,000 people, actual blood people, not even counting the people like me, the virtual people. Alicia Keys saying to all those people, I am the dream. Yeah, very cool. Yeah. So I have already said how I came to Langston Hughes and studied him and overcame my initial naive reading of him, a naive reading that I think in some ways his poetry, because it has to, invites. So I'll just read this and talk about it briefly. Moonlight Night, Carmel. Tonight the waves march in long ranks, cutting the darkness with their silver shanks, cutting the darkness and kissing the moon and beating the land's edge into a swoon. A small imagist poem, as Terence was saying, that sometimes you read a poem and you just want to be quiet. I think a lot of Hughes's poems invite that. They take up almost no room on the page, and his selected take up almost, next to other books on the shelf, no room. I was interested in the way that he turned the colors in which I worked as a writer, in which we all work, unless you're composing on the internet, black and white into something so enormous. I continue in this poem to be amazed sounds too gentle, whatever it is that you feel when in 8 lines ends with the beating into a faint of the black. I'm also interested in the erotic element of this poem. It doesn't say faint, it says swoon. And I'm interested in the dispassionate voyeurship of the narrator, who is watching the kissing and watching the swooning. And I think that between the voice of the speaker in that dispassionate role, interested, very interested, but dispassionate, and the eroticism, this poem becomes a little horror, a little description of a horror. I think, as I said, and I'll say it again at some other time perhaps, I think that the poem like this, I think it really was Hughes's intention to overturn the hierarchy of the lowly, short, imagist poem on one end and Paradise Lost on the other. So, thank you.